Well, thanks for that. That was really interesting. Now, the company announced an agreement last month with Freeport-McMoRan, big company. Tell us some details about the deal and what do you hope to realize from it?
Yes. What this is, it's a trial of what's called a flux material. What we do is we mine our ore from Summit and we send it directly to the Globe smelter, which is the Freeport smelter near Globe, Arizona. And in the smelting process, they need to use a material called flux to help get rid of impurities. Our ore happens to have a high silica content, which the smelter would like to use for flux. So if this trial is successful, and we believe that it probably will be, there may be an opportunity for us to enter into a longer-term contract to sell our ore directly to the smelter rather than processing it and producing a concentrate. One of the effects of that would be to increase our capacity at the mill. We would then be able to look at other sources of ore to put through the mill, and we'd have excess capacity. So this is, a nice alternative to have. It would give us more flexibility in how we produce and sell our product.
Now, I know the company had a really big press release here recently. You announced you'd received a license from the New Mexico Office of the State Engineer to begin processing operations at your flotation mill near Lordsburg that you mentioned. What does this mean to the company?
Well, this is a tremendous milestone for us because we've been working on constructing the Summit property and the Lordsburg mill for about 2 years. Everything has been ready to go for some time. We've been waiting for this final permit. We've been mining underground for over a year now, and we've been stockpiling ore. So as soon as we got that permit, we started processing the ore, and as time goes on, our production profile should increase. And of course, this is, as I say, a real milestone for us. And a lot of the viewers may not realize what a challenge it is for a relatively small company to acquire and then develop and actually put these projects into production. There are a lot of companies, a lot of junior mining companies out there, but very few of them actually achieve the production. So this is a great thing for us and for our future.
Well, let's stay on the subject of your acquisition strategy for a moment. How does the company identify and value a potential acquisition target?
Well, there are a lot of aspects to your question. As far as we're concerned, as far as our company is concerned, there are some really good ways to grow the company through acquisitions and exploration. Both the Ortiz project, where we control about 66 square miles, as well as the Summit project, have really good exploration upside. So we intend to, do additional acquisitions to increase our production. And then we also have quite a list of other projects that we've identified that are potential acquisition targets. And some of these are not in New Mexico, even though we're based in New Mexico now. Like a lot of other mining companies, we'll be looking at other projects around the world. I've spent a large part of my career overseas. And when you start looking at trying to value properties, there are a lot of factors that come in: the infrastructure, of course, the size and grade of the project, the metallurgy, the political and investment climate. All of those things have to be taken into consideration, and they all involve a fair amount of experience and judgment. Fortunately, I think we've got the right team to make the right decisions. There's risk in acquisitions, there's risk in exploration, and the real trick is to try to control those risks and to sort of walk through the minefield, if you like, and be successful at the end of the day with the resources that you have to deploy.
Once again, Santa Fe Gold Corporation, SFEG is the stock symbol. Pierce, why is this a good time right now for people to take a closer look at your company?
Well, I think any potential investor needs to look at the fundamentals. First of all, we're in the process of going from an exploration company to a production company, and over the next few months we'll be ramping up our production from our Summit property. Generally, the market treats that kind of a situation pretty favorably in terms of giving us a re-rating on our fundamental value, our fundamental stock value. Secondly, our projects, we've talked about them, but they're good quality projects, low operating costs. Thirdly, we've got a good management team that has been successful previously in taking projects through production. And then finally, we've got a good business plan to grow the company and to, over a period of time, to do it in a conservative way and still create very significant value for our shareholders. So these are the fundamental ingredients for success, and we think we're well on our way to putting that plan into operation.
Pierce, we're initiating coverage of the company this week. Be watching you very closely over the next 3 months. I'm looking forward to getting some updates from you during that period of time. Thanks so much for joining us on the program.
Well, thank you, Don. It's been a pleasure speaking with you.